First of all, X is going to represent students. So if I was going to write an equation, we know that there's 331 students total. There were 6 per bus, 6 buses per, and then there were students plus another 7 went on the car. So 6x, we got what? And divided by 6 is so there's 54 students per bus. Is that right, Mr. Boland?
Correct.
All right, number 2. Let's go. Number 2, we're dealing with membership at North Point Wellness. And we're going to have X. Remember, X is always found in the question. So go to the question. What are we trying to find? Number of new members. Or, sorry, not numbers of new members. It's the cost. So the cost of new members. So again, we know that the total membership for a new member is $650. We pay the rate. We have a registration fee of $50. That's additional to paying monthly, which is we looked at when we did the other membership of the tennis center the other day. So we have 12 months for so many dollars plus $50 flat fee is going to be a grand total of $650. So as we solve this, we have 12 months at $600 additional to the $50. We're going to divide by 12, and I believe it's $50 per month. And yeah, that's right. Number 3. All right, Henry is trying to save up enough money to buy a new skateboard, so we go to the question and we figure out what we're trying to find, and we're trying to find how many chores, so the number of chores he has to do in order to get enough money to buy the skateboard. So what kinds of things that we know? We know that his mom gave him $5. We know that the total skateboard is $95, and he could earn $3 for each chore. So for every chore, the rate per chore is $3 for every chore. So our equation, when we solve, so we got it's 90, sorry, my fault. That makes more sense. So he's going to have to do 30 chores at $3 a piece in order to save up for that skateboard. Moving on to the next one. Number 4, Mr. Walsh, one of my favorites. Again, Bolin, keep it quiet down there. All right, how many bottles of water did Mr. Walsh actually buy? So obviously we want number of bottles of the H2O product. And what do we know? Well, he first buys water at $2 each. So per bottle is $2 per bottle. And then he also additionally ate a $13 hot dog. Imagine how big that sucker was. And the total cost was $21. You can thank Mr. Bolin for this one. He made this one up. All right. We got solving for our water bottles at $2 a piece. And we have $8. We have X is equal to 4, which means he actually bought 4 bottles of H2O. Number 5, here's one about renting a jet ski. So I rented a jet ski, and obviously there's some things that pop out at me where it says $20 per hour. Plus, obviously that means something, a flat fee of $15, and I paid a total of $103 to rent this jet ski. So what I'm trying to find here is how many hours. So X is going to represent the hours that I rented the jet ski. And what is my cost? What is my per hour rate? My per hour rate is $22 per hour, plus the flat fee of $15 is going to be $103. As we solve, apparently I actually rode the jet skis for 4 hours, or at least rented them for 4 hours for that price. All right. The next one, number 6. Magazine. We're talking about magazines here. We bought a magazine and 4 erasers. You spent a total of $25, and we're trying to figure out the cost for the eraser. All right, so you bought a magazine. You got $5 for a magazine, plus 4 erasers at per whatever the cost is going to equal $25. So this time we're going to obviously take solve. It's going to be 5. It's expensive eraser. Is that $5 an eraser? That's craziness. Who could sell it? That better be one of those honking big ones. Honking. Well, obviously 4 times 5 is $20 plus the $5 for the magazine. Obviously, we're talking those erasers better be like 2 feet by.
Hey, you'll never lose.
Yeah, right. All right, next one, number 9. Somali won 4 super bouncy balls playing horseshoes at our school's night game. So obviously we start with 40 super bouncy balls. And later she gave 2 each. Obviously, there's something important there to her friends. She only has 8 left, or remaining, which means you guys should be thinking about something other than addition here. And we want to know how many friends she has. So we're talking X is going to be the number of friends that Somali had. And obviously, what do we begin with? We begin with 40 bouncy balls. And obviously she's going to give them away. And we're going to give them away at 2 per friend. And how many she had left is 8. So in this case, we had subtraction involved. Because you're having something that's remaining or left over. So we got negative 32 here. And obviously when we solve this, remember that these negative 2's have to be identical. Obviously you can't have a negative bouncy ball for an answer, or a negative friend, excuse me. And when we do that, we have 16. Well, 16x, 16 what? We have 16 friends. Hopefully she can keep them all happy. Oh, I'm just saying. All right, next one. What are we at? Number 12. Number 12, we're talking age here. So X is going to be years old. And how old am I? I have 400. If 400 reduced, obviously, should be subtraction. 2 times my age, but we don't know my years of age. So I'm going to take 2, multiply it by my age, which is my X. And is, remember, we talked about is our equal sign, which is 244. We solve. Negative 156. And then we divide again by negative 2. Obviously, your age can't be negative. I have 78 years old. Number 13. Hence, we didn't do 13. We did 16. We're talking music store. We went in and bought some CDs, and I want to know the price of each CD. So we want the dollar amount for the CD, for one CD. What do we know? We bought 5 CDs at the same price. So 5 times, obviously, the cost of one CD. So 5 times X is going to give us a total. We also had to pay tax, which obviously tax you add on to the cost of whatever you bought. And the total was $61. So each CD is going to cost $11. Number 18. At the market, Meyer buys a bunch of bananas for 35 cents per pound. Remember, again, per, when you see that per, that's our rate, and we talked about how that is our variable term. And a frozen pizza for $4.99. Total for his purchase was $6.04 without tax. So what we're trying to find is the pounds of bananas. All right, so here we go. We got 35 cents per pound. We don't know how many pounds it is, so that's our unknown. So we're going to take 35 cents. Every pound of bananas is going to cost us 35 cents. We're going to add on our $4.99, which is a grand total of $6.04. Remember, I told you that you guys can use your calculators if you need to, but you got to show me you have to show me your process, show me your work. Now everything that I'm writing down, you guys should be writing down as well. Whoops. And what do we got? We got $4.99. We got $1.05 left over. And then we're going to divide by 35 cents. And when you divide $1.05 into 35-cent increments, we have how many pounds? We have 3 pounds of bananas. All right, 2 more. We have number 19, taxi service. We have, bless you. God bless. How many minutes did the ride to the airport take? Obviously, we want to figure out the number of minutes to the airport. So what do we have to consider? The service costs you $1.50 plus, obviously that should ring a bell, and that per should be the rate. So we have $1.50. That's our flat fee. You get in the cab, you get charged $1.50. On top of that, plus 60 cents and per minute. Well, that's our rate because that's our X. So our per X or per minute is 60 cents, and a grand total of $13.50. So it costs us $13.50 to get to the airport. So again, we're going to isolate our variable term here. Voila. And then we got 60 cents times X is equal to $12. And we're going to divide it by 60 cents. And how many minutes did I get? I got 20 minutes. it took us to get to the airport. To be honest, that's a cheap cab ride. $13.50 for 20 minutes, Mr. Mullin?
Oh, yeah.
That's a cheapie. All right, last one that I had you guys do is number 20 with Laura in her patio. Paving stones. She's going to buy 44 paving stones and a flower pot for a total of $73. And we want to know how much per cost per stone. All right. So we know what? What do we know? We know she bought 44. But we know that she bought 44 at what cost? We don't know. X is going to be our unknown. So 44 stones or paving stones at a certain cost, plus the flower pot is $73. With that, we're going to subtract our 7 on both sides. And I get 66. And when you guys divide here, you're going to get $1.50 per stone. All right, so hopefully you guys corrected all of your 12 problems. Now make sure that you go back and do the 8 that you did not do and try those. And those are due on Monday. See y'all later.